do is we're going to aim at something using an intermediate target. So since we're not on the golf course, what I like to do is pick something on an angle because it's harder to aim at. So see the hole that we have over here on the ground. So in a moment, we're going to try to line up and hit a ball. Act like we're going to hit a ball that way. We're not going to we're just going to check your alignment. So let me explain first. So if you stand a little further back, just give me a little space. Okay, so we're going to use this tee in the ground first as our intermediate target. Now, see how I'm not going to go directly over the tee because that would send me to the right. Because usually on the golf course, the intermediate target is not always in the perfect spot. It's great when it is, makes it way easier, but sometimes it's not. And so in this case, I'm looking at this. Some people close one eye and even use their club to check their alignment. But to me, it looks like my spot is here, which is about an inch to the left of that spot, right? And so then after I acknowledge that or realize that, as I walk over to the shot, I'm keeping an eye there on that spot, and I'm imagining a line through that spot as I'm getting set up. And I usually make my grip first, then set my club, and I'm aiming the club at that spot that I picked, right? And then I'm trying to get everything. And then I do this. I look at my toes. I look at that line. I look at the toes. Look at the line, and I'm basically looking to see if my toe line and the line I picked was good. Let's see how I did here. So this is where I was trying to aim at, right there, right? And so let me see here. So let's see. Yeah, I'd say pretty good, right? You see how it's parallel? And so that's a good way to check also. But notice, and this is kind of, it actually could be a little bit more this way, maybe a smidge. But basically what's happening is the target line is not the same as the foot line. Many people make the mistake of aiming their feet at the hole, and they even stick their arm out like this, and they think that they're then aimed. But actually, if I'm aiming my feet at the hole, then where's the ball aiming? Then the ball is going to aim over there. You see? Okay, cool. So now in this next one, I'd like you to try to aim to an imaginary spot, and then we're going to check your alignment. So look at the imaginary spot, then look at your toes, look at the spot and the imaginary line, look at your toes, then make sure your shoulders and hips are all squared up to that line also. Okay, and then you can relax in a moment here. Let me see. Perfect. And then you can step away now, and let's check. Let's see how you did. So this is the line we're trying to hit it on. Okay, so we got to go back here to see. Let's see. Better. Yeah, there you go. Nice. You got it. Good job, Henry. First try. Right? And so then it's just a matter of doing this each time. Right? And this is where every time we do this on the golf course, just to finalize this thought, you must identify your intermediate target from behind the line. And the reason why is because of what's called parallax in our vision, which things farther away tend to look like this, like the railroad tracks, right? They call it like the fishbowl thing. Basically, you know that the railroad tracks are all the same distance apart. However, to us, they look like they're getting closer together. That's what I'm talking about. And so notice, though, from the middle of the railroad track, I could see a straight line down the railroad track to the center. But if I'm on the side here and looking down there, I would not be able to see a straight line down the center. And so basically, the only way to identify the intermediate target is to be directly behind your line of where you're going. And it's kind of funny because I double check myself nowadays. I check it when I'm close to the spot. And then I also like to get all the way back behind it and look also further away to make sure that I'm picking the right intermediate target. So enough about alignment now, I think.